Well, good afternoon, everybody. This is my third attempt at filming a video. It's been quiet in my neighborhood all day long until I pulled this camera out. And all of a sudden, the front of my house became a hub of activity. Just thought I'd give a quick update of what's been going on. First of all, grace and peace to you from our Lord Jesus Christ and all the saints here in Central California. Things that have been going on. I'd like to do an airborne update, but I haven't had a chance to schedule the airplane, so need to do that. I think the next update will be an airborne update. From now, we'll just do my my backyard, the park-like setting that is my backyard, or I should call it the jungle-like setting. So what's been going on? First thing is I started a new shift at work. I work Monday to Thursday. 7 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. So 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, and I get Friday, Saturday, and Sunday off, and I love it. I love having this shift. Today is Friday, as I'm filming this, and I've had a day off, and I love it. The other news is we are starting our Fabric implementation. So we moved our first switch closet onto Fabric. It's a relatively unused switch during the evening anyway when we were doing our work. It serves our gift shop and our cardiology area, and there's nobody in cardiology at night. They do daytime appointments, and that's all. So we moved that switch over, and there were a few little hiccups, a few little curveballs that we weren't expecting. It wasn't wired up the way we had anticipated it. We have 4 core fabric switches, and we were under the impression that each switch would be connected to all 4 of those. And we were told, no, it'll only be connected to 2. So 1 switch in our data center, 1 switch down in our MDF basement area. But the switch will have a lag going to each one. So 2 fiber pair to the data center, 2 fiber pair to the basement, but not to all 4 switches. So that was a little disappointing, but then I understand why they did it. Spanning tree comes into play if you connect it up to all 4. If they just connect it up to the 2 pairs that we've identified, core switch 1 and core switch 3, and core switch 2 and core switch 4, those are bonded together, what do they call it, the VIST trunk. So those 2 switches, you can connect the pair to those 2 switches without any spanning tree issues. So that's why we're doing it that way. And that still gives us redundancy. If the data center goes down, there's still the switch in the basement that our closet is connected to, and vice versa. If the basement goes down, we've still got the switch in the data center that it's connected to. So we got it all connected up, and it works. We've still got to test it. We need to reboot our core switch and make sure it keeps connectivity. We'll probably schedule that for off hours. We didn't want to do it that evening because we were tired and we wanted to go home. But we do need to get that tested. So that's really the big news of what we've accomplished so far. In the coming weeks, we're going to set up a Fabric with our county. So they're going to be setting up a Fabric cloud using switches we purchased for them. They're going to set up their cloud. We're going to try to set it up next week if we can get everybody in place to do it. We're going to get that set up, and we have a disaster recovery data center set up in the county data center. So we've got a little locked cage, a rack in there with our stuff, and a couple of Fabric switches. So we're going to plug our Nutanix environment into those Fabric switches, and that's an environment that's just going to sit over there idling, just waiting to be turned up if there's a problem over at the hospital. That'll get connected to those fiber switches in that rack. Those will get connected into the county fiber switches. That'll come across 2 redundant connections. One is AT&T, one is Comcast. It's going to come into our data center, into the county cloud switches, the county Fabric switches they have in our data center. Well, one's in our data center, one's in our MDF. And once we get those all up and running across the new ISPs, Fabric's all set up and running. We'll connect that into our core, and we can start testing. I mean, one of the big reasons we're doing this is failover from our Nutanix environment at the hospital to the Nutanix environment out at the county. So that's one of the first things we're going to test once we get it turned up. It's kind of cool because we're just going to replicate the VLAN we have at the hospital over there at the county. We're going to just extend that VLAN over there using their fabric attached and I forget the exact terminology. Sorry, I'm still new at the fabric thing. Fabric extend, maybe that's what it is. So we'll extend that VLAN all the way across their network, and to us, it'll just look like it's directly connected on another switch. We won't see any of the switches in between, so that's going to be kind of cool. Even the guy that runs the county network, who's pretty sharp, he's a sharp Cisco guy, he's still trying to wrap his brain around all of this stuff. So you guys are going to have to be patient with me while I try to absorb all this. You know, my 50-year-old brain is not as quick as it used to be. So some of you younger guys would have a lot easier time with this. Yep, that's about it. Just a couple little housekeeping things. Some of the, you guys are still hating on me about the Ubiquiti thing. Ubiquiti is a fine product, okay? It's great. As implemented by our carrier, not me. I did not configure it. I have no way of configuring it. Do you understand? Do you understand me? They obviously could not get it configured. I mean, they obviously were not ready to deploy it, and they had to pull that Ubiquiti thing back out of there. And I'm sorry you guys are construing it as hate. There's a lot of sarcastic humor in what I say, and I guess you guys miss it, or I'm just bad at sarcastic humor. Whatever. So we're not going to be a Ubiquiti shop. Now the county, they use Ubiquiti. He calls them throwaway switches. Not me. He does. The county guy. Throwaway switches. So he does use Ubiquiti switches and routers in certain small office areas. So it's not like our county hates Ubiquiti. It's just I hate Ubiquiti. No, I don't. I don't hate Ubiquiti. I just don't use it. I actually did use their wireless access points at home for a little while. So here in my lovely suburban home. So anyway, that's all I got for this week, guys. As always, thanks for watching. We've got a ton of new subscribers. I really appreciate that. It's just fun to share what I do. Again, this really isn't a teaching channel. If you can get some teaching out of it, that's great. But it's really just more of to show you what life is like, the life of a network admin. It's not what the trade colleges sell you. It's not what the TV commercials sell you. But it's not as bad as you might think. So, and it's not all network admin stuff. There's a lot of, if you're not busy, you can always sweep. Those kind of things going on. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you like what you saw, click subscribe. Hit the notification bell if so inclined. And please feel free to leave comments, technical discussions, whatever, where you think I was wrong, where you think I was right. If you think I'm not tall enough or good looking enough, that's fine. We can discuss that too. But as always, no matter what, give God the glory. So, Soli Deo Gloria, guys. We'll catch you all next time.